book and you publicly came out in March, I mean, did that affect your songwriting? Did you notice a difference because of this change with the book and letting your fans in on something that it was very private for you?
You know what? Everything is perfect. Live has, guided me through a very organic, logical path about life, about love, self-love, acceptance, and has allowed me to understand that fear doesn't take you anywhere, and it does change the way you see life, the way you see it in front of a computer and start writing. Everything comes from another place.
I was jumping into fatherhood and how also that has sort of changed, and we're going to sort of see that in this new album. Tell me a little bit about that and how.
Well, the first single is called "The Best Thing About Me Is You," and I'm talking about my children. When that line was written, it was about the kids, But it's a song that lyrically everybody can relate. It can be sang to anybody: your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your dog, and it's fun. It's a feel-good song. It's like I've always said, everybody was expecting either this very Latin sound or this power ballad coming from me, and all of a sudden I'm like, a little bit of reggae with
fusion of everything,
a Caribbean kind of vibe. But it feels good, and the video was very beautiful to record, to shoot. Very simple. People from all over the world allowing love to manifest, and in 48 hours it had almost 3 million hits in YouTube. That was awesome.
Now you think about that, and you think about now you're going on tour this year, and you're going to get to perform this album for the fans who. No pressure. So I mean, is that
bring it on?
Could you get nervous like putting on this sort of performance?
Oh no, I'm not nervous. I'm just hungry. Let's do it. I can't wait. We start in Puerto Rico, then we come to the United States. We do Latin America, Europe, Asia, Australia, and then we're done. But I can't wait anymore. It's 2 hours of adrenaline where the audience are going to be able to feel. And the tour is going to be called just like the album, Música, Alma, Sexo, which is music, soul, sex. And yes, I'm going to provoke. It's going to be fun. It's going to be liberating, and can't wait. Yeah. Are
you taking your family on the road with you? A lot of artists do that. Are you doing that?
Oh, definitely. Passports are ready. Yeah. It's. A lot of people say, but Ricky, come on, the kids, they need stability, and I am their stability. If I'm not around, they will feel abandoned, they will feel horrible, because I've been there every day of their lives, and they're coming with me. They are going everywhere. They're ready. This is their reality, and they love the buses already.
To see you on stage, that's pretty cool for them.
They've never seen me on stage. They've seen me on TV, but never on stage, so I told them to record them to see what the reaction was going to be.
They have obviously no idea of the magnitude of how big you are. It's
thank you.
Dad, right? It's just
I'm daddy.
That's it.
I'm daddy. They don't care. I'm just daddy, and that's beautiful.
Be out already because the fans just couldn't wait to buy this. Is this true? I mean, how excited are you to get this amazing feedback?
It's been a very beautiful reaction coming from literally people from all over the world. I posted my album for streaming on my website 48 hours before it was actually released. With this social networking thing, it's just very beautiful because they were part of pretty much the whole creative process. I was allowing them literally to be part of it when I was writing it, when I was, when we were mixing it, so they were like, come on, let's do it. And it was very beautiful because I was, since they're part of it, I was telling them, listen, I'm being influenced by this kind of sound. What do you guys think about it? So they had a lot to do with the whole process, so grateful.
So they feel like there's a piece of them in this.
Right. Yeah. And now, you know, obviously the tour is starting, so it's they are going to be part of this whole thing.
And it's a very up-tempo album, very, you know, very vibrant, very lots of beats. Is that sort of describe your current mindset right now? I mean, that's what you were going for?
Well, you know, this is why when I walk on stage, I just want to have a good time, and I want everybody to have a good time and forget about issues in life. But you know, this album is full of ups and downs. I mean, you have the danceable stuff, but you know, you have that ballad that, you know, can make you think, right, if it's necessary, and fusion for me, from dance to Latin to, you know, the rock influence is there. I'm working with an amazing producer, Desmond Child, and his history is really influenced by rock. So it's about fusion. It's inevitable.
So you wrote 60 songs for this album, is that correct?
I co-wrote all the songs.
So 60 songs. How to narrow that down to one CD?
It's horrible.
Yeah. So what's the thought process behind that?
Well, you know, you start adding, subtracting, and then you say, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what's lacking. We need to keep working on this song. There's so much that needs to be done. Let's just focus on this one, and then all of a sudden, you have 12 songs.
Right.
You have 12, 14, up to 15, because, you know, some that are created specially for some countries, with collaborations with different local artists, and then different versions. So, but it's it was really liberating and very, very beautiful 2 years of my life, and I think people are really going to enjoy it.
Not even resting, because once you're done 2011, you're jumping into Broadway 2012,
right,
with Evita.
Right.
Tell me, how excited are you? You're pumped to be on stage for this amazing musical.
I had the opportunity to do theater on Broadway many years ago with Les Mis, and it's time to go back. My agents called me and they said, "Hey, Rick, what do you think about Evita?" And they've put together an amazing team. Producers, choreographers. Evita is going to be played by Helena Rogers. She's an amazing actress, and I just can't wait. It's going to be a moment of learning. It's going to be a moment of growing as an entertainer. I'm going to be surrounded by amazing, you know, talent in the cast. The audience is very intense. The critics, and that's going to be like a second, third, fourth phase of growth for me. And I can't wait.
When you talk to many artists and those that have the chance to do Broadway, they always talk about how scary and intimidating, how it's just a different beast altogether. I mean, what does it mean to you to get on that stage? I mean, having done it, I mean, doing it again.
Well, for me, it's the best of both worlds when it comes to music, when it comes to acting. It gives you the time. You're stable enough to really focus on a character and make it different every night. You start with a solid foundation of what the character is, but then as time goes by, you keep making it more yours and yours, and the challenge is to make it different and make it more impactful every night for the audience. I love that challenge.
It means you have to be here in New York.
Which is going to be beautiful, you know. for my children, it's going to be great, because it's going to be, you know, they're going to be starting school, and it's going to be awesome.
That's right.